Hello and welcome back to WTCL round 14 of Brands Hatch. We are here for the British round. It's Kisuke Nomura on pole position, Andre Bowman alongside him. And away we go. Seems to be a clean start.
Yeah, good start for the burn. It's always ideal to get off the line well when you're on pole, make the most of your advantage, and he's done just that. Although a slight mistake there, when we see a car getting loose in the back wheel as we see Munat going down the inside on Andre Babinu, and so we get through there, he made a mistake, and he's now down to third. Here comes Ezio steamrolling down. Oh, and Munat spun! Oh, and collected by over. That is not ideal. SA Munat, who I do believe leads the championship coming into this weekend. And he's got a very long afternoon ahead of him. Betsky's also right out the back. So, surely no way Shogun. Oh, so she gets caught in a three-wide sandwich of Hackerton and you, and the answer is, well, you wanted to take her for a Chinese buffet, and Betsky was not having any of that, and it didn't really work. So you can see in the background there, Fover. Interestingly taking himself out. But yeah, this is the issue here. You can see Hackerton goes up the inside, Hughes on the outside, and then actually she also got squeezed there with one of the Nurbugs. Yeah, I mean, where can she go? If she tries to go to the right, she hits Hackerton. If she goes to the left, she hits either the Nurbug or she hits you. And if she slows down, she's going to get rear-ended. So, really nowhere to go there for Delight Betsky. That's her right down at the back of the field. The good news for her, though, is Shogun Jakai has magic pit stop ability, so she might still be able to get herself some points. See, I think that's, Ezio. Yep.
For the podium.
Course.
Yeah, and Munat is down to 21st.
Yeah, but don't forget, Envy already strong, and he's got some weak drivers ahead of him. So now DA, Pelgrim on the double podium. Where has this pace been all season? They started out the season strongly, but we haven't really seen any of that. We've heard rumours about their principal potentially leaving, and then out of nowhere, they're now running second and third. Admittedly, there is still 20 laps for them to do a paraglide and have it inevitably all blow up in their face, quite literally. But until then, it's looking good. Daika Crow is running in P6. She's having a very nice season so far in the Ironside, with Mixon running in 7th. Just behind her. They've ended the first lap. That is a lap of racing done around Brands Hatch. So let's see.
Oh, and Nakajumi's already out.
Oh, and Nakajumi's out. Well, he didn't set a lap in qualifying. Yeah, he didn't set a lap in qualifying due to mechanical issue, and well, he not even completed a lap. So really, his weekend is being plagued by mechanical issues. And that's called Dover getting past Boucher. Boucher tries to go back on the outside. Not going to happen now because is up into the top 10. Behind them, you can see his teammate Dion, just ahead of Stefania Nikolaev. And at the end of the point is David Lester, and behind them are two Santoses. Santos haven't taken a point for, I think it's 8 races now. So, yeah, they're not, 8 races about a point now for Santos. But they got a decent opportunity to get one here. As we see about trying to get ahead of Mendez with Balajin just behind them. Let's see if they all make it through, and the other Envy's round. The other Envy is round. And oh my god, Leicester! It's all... No! Not Leicester! No! Oh no! Oh god! Oh fucking Christ! Jesus bloody... What the hell? Right, so, yeah. Well, this race is a nightmare for Envy. Yeah, Envy... Yeah, it looked like Mendez just... got out. Hang on, I'll have to look at this again. Yeah, it looks. Cameron, if you go back. No, go back to the. Go back a bit. You can see here Mendez basically turns it on Crow. Like he's where could Crow go? Like she's entitled to make the overtake. You can see she's angled for the overtake. Mendez will see that in his mirrors.
Yeah, but
so why does he then just come straight across her? Yeah, but look, when they're going at
the rear tires. We are already in the corner now.
Look, Mendez just turns in on her. I mean, where can Crow go? And then Mendez
gets on the grass.
On the curb. Yeah, and then the car has no grip. And he got collected by one of the, I think that was Lickside, and then that's where the contact with Leicester happened. You can see it here. This is quite nasty. Look at this. Bang! That's gonna hurt. Leicester kept going surprisingly. He is made of steel, and then he nearly takes out Torres and Lim, to be fair. But yeah, this race has been a nightmare for Envy. Moonat's down in 20th. Mendes is going to be basically ruled out of any points as he's going to have to pit twice. So
Leicester will also have to pit.
yeah, Leicester's going to have to pit.
And O'Connor will
Not
be
good.
up to 15.
Oh my god, upside down, they can't do it again, can they? There's
No,
surely
well,
no way
Gio
upside
is
down
right
can fall.
behind O'Connor.
Oh, this could get interesting. This. And that is that cloud drop in the dish. I'm going to be like the commentator where I'm going to be the sat here for the entire race going, oh, it's going to rain, oh, it's going to rain, oh, look at the 2% chance of rain. No. It is Britain. It could rain. As we see the Linkless fight.
Oh.
Oh, Nicolao getting on the grass. Hackinson's in 12th. Santos have got a double points at the moment, and you got ahead of O'Connor.
Yeah, they've got the upper hand now. And also,
yeah.
Drake is not in the points. 21st,
no,
22nd.
Drake is not. Always had a very disappointing qualifying session. But also at the front of the championship, Esther now have a huge opportunity to stretch their lead, with Nomura leading the race, Boucher up in 8th, and both NBs out of the points due to being involved in silly incidents. And it's not like Stock are going to do much, because whilst Ezio and Balish are 4th and 6th, they come into this weekend a casual 100 points behind Esther. So Esther now really have an opportunity to put away at the top of the championship. And I think Envy might end up dropping behind Stoffel. So there we go. Spavenger's actually hunting down Nomura. We'll have to wait and see if the Frenchman is going to be able to do it. On the plus side from Envy. Oh. There we go. Well, O'Connor went you. Yeah, this is massive for the relegation battle, remember? Because if anything happens overhead, these two are in prime position to take advantage. O'Connor goes standing inside. Knight getting a bit out of shape. Moonat sends one. Oh, and O'Connor makes contact with you. And keeps it going, though. And that's the key part. Meanwhile, Knight, who's had a history of getting involved in incidents here in Brands Hatch. You remember last year in the ITCL when she got collected at the same corner we saw Mendes go off at. So, there we go. Betsky's ahead of Ryan. That really does just show how bad Conor Ryan is this season. Edgar Conor is unironically carrying that team at the moment. Yeah, you know your team's bad when Edgar Conor is carrying it. As we see Ezio now right at the back of Demi and Dye for 3rd position. Both of these guys experienced veterans who know how to get their elbows out in a WTCL podium fight. Ezio more so than Demi, but they are still experienced. The issue for Ezio is obviously... Oh, Nikolaev's dropping. I think you spotted it as well. And
oh, Nikolaev was off the track.
Yeah, I wonder if she's had a moment.
She was into the
she
point.
was playing Linkers. And she was up to the point.
Oh!
Oh! What even happened there? So she actually got it going again, but then she lost it and she had no grip. What even happened there? Did she just hit the curb? Oh, she was carrying way too much speed, and then, yeah, she just hit the inside curb. The good news for her is she hit the wall sideways, so she won't get any damage from that, apart from a busted up bumper, which always happens with these cars. The bad news for her is she's at the back of Conor Ryan. So, there you go. In fact, she's actually stayed ahead of Ryan, which, again, continues to show how bad Conor Ryan is this season. The man should not be in WTCL. I still have no idea how this man has won a race. It makes no sense. See if Ezio can get a job done here on Demi and Dye. Not going to happen there. So Nikolaev actually comes into the pits then. So maybe she did sustain some damage. So
she might retire.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. She's just repairing the car. Maybe she picked up some front bumper damage if even before.
She's now really close.
Whilst one Paraguayan hunts down the race leader, the other is getting hunted down by Ezio Guarachua. And here we go.
Oh.
They're going to be wheel going into the corner where we saw Mendes go wrong earlier. So there we go. And this time it's Demi. He's kept it going. Wow. Yeah, it's so easy to get. Because literally once you go past the curve there, which you can do because you'll be pushing the white lines, you're onto the grass. And with these cars, you have no grip on the tarmac, let alone on the grass. On the grass, I mean, you might as well be on ice.
At that
point, but when was Paraguay's last feature race win? Must be like a lot. Like we're going back to the Stone Ages at this point. Oh, I'm bringing out the cheat to. When was Paraguay's last feature race win as a team? That's a sprint race. That's a sprint race. We go back to season 3. They won 2 races in season 4, but they were both sprint races. Their last main race win. They never won. Were they even Paraguay in season 2? They never Kiss in season 2.
Yeah, well, it's been Kiss and then Paraguay, so it's...
They never have. They've never have. I've just checked going back to season 2 with Kiss. In the R Factor era, they have never once won a feature race. They've had several sprint race wins. But surprisingly, a team like Paraguay has never won a feature race.
Well, I don't think they won in season 1 either. So they never won a...
That surprises me. It feels like they should have by now. I'm honestly shocked they haven't. I thought they had, like, back in season 2 or season 3, but I guess it's always just been sprint race wins because they've been too shit to be at the front. Maybe Andre Rabiot can change that, though, because he is a man who has a history of winning main races. I mean, season 2, he did it at Monza, so... Although Drake was also actually good then, so that was a while back. Yeah. Race appears to have just settled down a tad.
Oh, the team loving on the inside.
I need to shut up. Oh,
so,
he's leading.
Them lose, but W is ahead.
Yep.
And that's clean overtake. Paraguay could win their first feature race.
The fact that I'm just shocked that they've never won it. Meanwhile, Balajin and Boucher, Cordova and Lindquist, they're having a 4-way fight for 7th at the moment. In Hackers and Guillaume Firmino. You who got away from O'Connor, but of course she's still got the pit stops, so we'll see how that affects it.
Boucher tries on Balajin. But yeah, she needs to pull back.
Let's see, because you's now hunting down Firmino, so...
Yeah, so Georgie would resign, but maybe Tippergren can stay up.
If I don't get him resigning, probably going to help the team, to be honest. But yeah, they come into this 6 points ahead of Upside Down. At the moment, they go 7 points ahead. We'll be looking to make that 8 points ahead, obviously. So, there we go. Let's have a look, see what's going on further down. The box still binding, there's Leon, there's Firmino and you.
Well, Knight and Munat is now ahead, and even Rodo now ahead of O'Connor.
Yeah, O'Connor's chance of points
back.
appears to be stepping away. Shogun and I think they do need some luck to get points, but to be fair, we have seen them pulls races like this and still get points. What is going on here? Why is Goldschmidt ahead of Torres? What? Right, okay, who broke the fucking universe?
I mean, Drake has been not really upgrading lately.
Yeah, I don't know if they're even doing anything anymore, but yeah. They had a bit of fun with Torres and maybe it's over now. Babineau's also got the fastest lap of the race. So he's really flying out there. Let's see. Because any of these four make it over to overtake. If so, it will be significant.
Oh, that's Munat,
by the way, after his early instance. Yeah, after his early instance, Munat's already back up into the points. So, doesn't even need for pit stops to get back into the points, Munat. And, well, you get the feeling he'll be catching up to the back of GU soon enough. That NB is a much faster piece of machinery than the Tibergian ever will be. I mean, the day that Tibergian... Oh, we got the other vice last Lindquist.
And he got roof damage.
Into the wall.
I think Lindquist got flipped.
He flipped? Let's have a look what happened to Austin Lindquist.
Yeah, he did.
Oh!
That's a huge
and then
crash.
into the wall. The thing is, he's then got it going again, and as I mentioned, once you're off the tarmac with these cars, you're on ice. You might as well be a blind person on ice at that point. What that means is, use now up to 12.
Yeah, and Ocon is still
Lingvis has got it
17.
going again. That is for Lingvis. Well, this race has turned out to be a disaster for White Maui in the end. Leicester got caught up in the earlier incident with Mendes, and Lingvis has just flipped up and dropped down to last. So, disappointing afternoon for that, as we see Boucher going for the wheel of Balajin down the inside. Yeah, you know, Boucher's not one to pull out of an overtake exactly. But this time, well, surprisingly, she does. So, and then gets a little bit out of shape on the exit.
It's not happened again. So we're now back in the points.
But yeah, he's now running 13th and 9th in the points. In 14. We know obviously Ranga had a troubled history with Brands Hatch, but at the moment they've got a point, which I think might be one more point than they secured here in the ITCL last year. So there's that. Meanwhile, we've got Firmino, Roder, and O'Connor having a three-way fight for 15th. This could be important because if you're in 15th and someone blows up ahead, you're in the points now. As Roder is going to be the one who comes out on top in that battle. Firmino goes a bit wide, but yeah, Roder from O'Connor is on that fight in the 15th at the moment, but it's hard to change depending on who blows up ahead or who makes an overtaking this fight. Right, Boucher Balajin. Let's see what's going to happen there. Because clearly Boucher has got some pace in that Esther, and she's going for it.
It's the third time.
This time she's going to send it. Yep, this time she's not backing out. Yeah. She's a lot closer. She's all. Let's see.
Oh.
Whoa! And they've all kept it clean. And Boucher's ahead. So they've all kept it clean through that. And Boucher now is able to start putting in some good lap pace, hopefully, for her. And might be able to start catching up to Lixana and Crow just ahead. Although she has still got a shrug off Balajin and Cordova.
Nomura is back behind Pamini, or he was back behind before this little mistake. It's still around 0.6, 0.7.
But the pit stops are going to be absolutely massive with this foul. Also in the Drake saga, Torres has restored order. He is back ahead. So the universe has fixed itself. What's interesting to notice, if you look at the look at the fastest sectors, Bandy first sector, Nomura second sector, and then NDA third sector, which would suggest Paraguay have a pace advantage for the first and third sector, but maybe going for the middle sector, maybe a little bit more into the way of Esther.
Oh, yeah. Hackinson's around.
Oh, and that's Hackinson, and that's not good for Santos. He only loses one place in the end, though. Did he get dive bombed like Dion? I would assume happened here. Yeah. Oh, that one was a bit less clipped up, though. But he kept it going, to be fair, and he's now... Yu is also defending from Moonlight here. I said Moonlight would probably catch up to the back of you in no time, and look at that. That Envy is just so quick at the moment that Moonlight was just carved through the midfield like it's a knife through butter. And I'm not talking like Lurpak butter, I mean like warm butter. I mean hot butter. I mean the butter that's basically already melted. Not that I'm implying you should eat hot butter, but I'm not against it, I do either. Anyway, Moonlight on the back of Yu. This is for 12. You will want to defend this, though. I think there are rumours about him potentially leaving. Oh! Stick by Moonlight. Thought he was about to flip for a second there, but he's kept it going. He just made a mistake. Avenue's got over 1 second lead now. And yeah, Boucher's began to get away from Balajian.
Not by much.
I'd say 9 tenths is a significant gap.
Yeah, well, maybe Balajian will push one lap harder, or just Boucher makes one mistake and the gap is back to basically none, as Munat overtaking Gio.
Okay. Let's see if they keep it clean, and this time they do keep it clean. Munat not really having to try too hard, as he clears up another midfield driver, and his next target is a guy who, whilst he's old, he's not exactly the slowest driver, nor is he going to be the easiest driver to overtake.
Yeah, no, well,
and that is Bjorn Hackinson, who I do believe Munat's probably had a few fights with.
Yeah, this is the season 4 title fight.
Yeah.
Now
so
for the 11th.
Needs to. Oh yeah, now Hackinson's potentially retiring, and Santos fell off, and Envy out is much more stronger.
No, I heard that Hackinson got offers from top WTCL teams.
I mean, he's still a very talented driver. The only question, if you're taking Hackinson, is at his age, is he going to be able to keep producing those good performances we see in the past with him? Age is always a factor in motorsport. Are you going to be as physically and mentally fit, say when you're 45 as you were at 35? Hackinson, I think, is in his early 40s now. He's not exactly getting any younger, but he continues to keep producing on the track. But once the decline starts, every driver will decline. The question is, how hard will he decline? That's the sort of risk you don't want to take for a big name driver. But here we go, Munat down the inside on Hackinson. Can he get up to 11th place and then start hunting down Dion? As the Botswana goes down the inside.
Yeah,
and Hackinson's spun.
Again.
That's forced you onto the grass. But he's now going to get going. 14.
Knight just avoided, and
Rover goes onto the grass trying to get ahead of him and actually lost up. Well, now Santos have a lock on the point. So that's that. Well, let's see.
There are no significant gaps between the top 10.
Yeah.
So no real close.
Apart from the race lead, which is still within a second or so. But yeah, Munat's now able to... Oh, Lingvis is in the pits. Is that a scheduled pit stop? No, Lingvis is out. Nightmare race of White Maui, really. They are going to lose a lot of ground in that sort of, what is it, like top 5 fight? I think they're in the with Stoffel, Platinum, and those kind of guys. Although their main fight right now is the Platinum, who themselves are having a strong race, as we see Goldsmith fighting with Betsky. Okay, we're not wrong, because Nicolai pit, but still Link's far off it. But yeah, Goldsmith ahead of Betsky, and then Lim behind them.
Oh, O'Connor is back to 15.
Oh, I might be back in the hunt for points. Say as they're all fighting further down.
Yeah, but the issue for O'Connor is that even let's say that Dion is 10 seconds ahead of him, and I don't think the upside down pit crew can manage to do a 10-second faster pit stop.
Another issue
maybe
is running in 12. The issue is Hughes running in 12. Yeah, the issue is Hughes running in 12. I can see television
that's
in the background.
A bigger issue.
Because even if he gets 1 point back, so what? What is it? 12 gets you, I think, 4 points. So you're still going to be 3 points ahead anyway.
Yeah, but what Upside Down did is that they were driving around the low 10s, or like this 18, 19 position, and then the pits they just jumped 10 positions out of nowhere.
Seen them do it twice this season, and no more. But we'll see if they have some pit stop behind it, because the pit stops are coming up soon. Pit stops always tend to throw up a surprise or two.
Oh, that's gorgeous. It's flying in the background.
Oh! Airlines Goldschmidt is back, although in a slightly different way than what you were hoping.
So what happened here?
Well, it wasn't even close to anyone.
Oh.
Whoa! I mean, that's not even like the night incident where she barely hit the curb. He was basically halfway over the curb. It's a horrible drive there by Goldschmidt. And then bang, keeps it going though, and then he's going to drop to last, which is his natural position anyway, to be fair.
That's...
But this also means check.
Yeah, and Goldschmidt is around.
Yep. Goldschmidt is still the only driver currently racing on the grid who has not picked up a point. And it looks like that streak is going to continue. Drake really wanted to push that. Here comes the pit stop. Yeah, here comes the fun part. This is where many dreams are made and many more are crushed by virtue of your pit stop being terrible.
Everybody's coming in. Yeah, I think.
Probably.
Oh, it will be.
This is where I think they're interested.
So no strategies. Everybody doing the same. I think Lester and Mendes will need to pit, but I think Nikolaev maybe could go until the end.
Wait and see, won't we?
Her best lap is 25.3, which is the same as Kral.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Lextar is running P6, so I would expect her to have very strong pace in the car. Right, here comes André Bavigno, the Frenchman, trying to give Paraguay their first ever feature race win. A interesting tidbit we picked up on earlier if you're just tuning in. He comes in. Right, here we go. Because pit stops in WTCL, you think, oh, you've got to get them in, you've got to take some 4 tyres off, put 4 tyres on and put some fuel in. How hard could it be? But, yeah.
Right,
let's keep Bavigno's out, and the mower doesn't follow him. Ezio does. Oh!
No! Ezio went in the crowd.
Does that block the pit lane then? Or... No, he's... But what is Ezio doing?
No,
okay, so Ezio just performed a hit and run on Daniel Crown.
So Ezio is still third, but...
He's got to pit again, though. Look at the front end. Well, Ezio, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he just forgot that he's meant to be a good driver.
Oh, and
so the top 4 remains unchanged.
Stuff that did brilliant stuff, but they just... And
then Ezio just forgot how to drive.
Ezio just...
Like, so, what the fuck? Nah, I'm not saying that right.
That's fair.
Why is Firmino 6? Why is Leicester in 8? Fuck 8th place.
Yeah, but he's pitting again. It's Balajin, Mendes, Dion.
Keep an eye out for you. I haven't seen him come out yet.
No, I don't know where
you hasn't come out yet. Oh, Conor is 16th.
Kral lost like 10 positions.
Well, no shit, she got hit and run by fucking Ezio. She couldn't drive because the car was beaten to death by an Italian. It's not much you can really blame her for that.
It's upside down where is Tibergen again, but it's now seen behind O'Connor. There is Shiyu. Torres, Hutchinson, Lim. Roda, Goldschmidt, Ryan. Bechke, and... Oh! Night.
Oh, Night Tide.
Oh!
Oh, what the hell is going on here?
This is what happened here. Okay, so Oh no, so... Oh!
Oh, the engine went off.
Fire.
So that was the DNF for Langer. Yeah, Langer having a lot of reliability. And that explains what happened to you.
And this explains why Singh is so much ahead.
Well, that is not good news in the relegation fight. But what that tells me is when I think Leicester and Mendes come back in, I've got us now in the points. But Singh's only 1 position behind, so we could see an interesting fight for 14th developing. But that 1 point in the Battle of the Clowns.
Bavigno is just about to lap Bechke. Yeah, and Ezio we need to pit again. I don't think he will rejoin before the O'Connor and Singh. Also, this could be a double podium for Peregrine. As Lester Mendes is now in the pits.
Into the points goes O'Connor. But
Mendes is already out.
Yeah, but he's not going to be ahead of either of them.
Well,
For a second there, we thought
he won't
that
be,
Mendes was about to win the amazing fight.
But
oh yeah, he's not far away at all. Don't forget he's in an envy. I mean, we've already seen what Boonat did to some of these drivers in that thing.
Yeah,
I mean, he was breezing past Hackinson like it was nothing. And Hackinson's good.
He's a one-time WTCL champion. He had been usually really good. So I would give him the chance that he could catch O'Connor and Singh. Nicola is pitting.
Right. Oh, and Nicola, you said Nicola might be able to go to the end. She's not. What that means is both O'Connor and you are in the point. Which means that now turns into a fight for 30. Oh, it's Siggy, was not you. Ezio. Yeah, and Ezio again. Oh my god. Okay, right. Hang on. Is Ezio going to be able to come out ahead of
I don't think
O'Connor and say
they need to repair the car.
Way down the road. Well, they've only performed one magic pit stop. The issue is Ezio then decided to commit a hit and run and dive the crowd for some reason.
Oh, Nicola is leaving no second behind.
Yeah, so Ezio won't be able to rejoin. Coming out.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually,
Ezio will rejoin Mendes.
Oh, now we're speaking. Ezio versus Mendes is miles ahead. But yeah, now O'Connor and Singh are fighting for 12. Now the question becomes, imagine the drama if Singh spins out O'Connor. Oh my god, I think the IOA will drop a bomb on his house.
Just 4 seconds now, 3.5, 3.6. It's not going to be enough.
There's only what? Yeah, not close enough, and he's only got a couple of laps. Moonat, by the way, running P9. Great recovery drive from him, to be fair. Firmino is somehow in the top 5.
Also, Beshkina holding up Avenue, so maybe Nomura can try and overtaking the last.
We've got drama at the end of the points. We've got drama right out the front. It's all kicking off. We got the rest of this lap and then one more lap in what could be some of the most crucial laps in WTCL history for the title fight right now, because you've got Babin, on the verge of getting packed right in the first win. You and O'Connor potentially could crash. And that would have massive implications from the relegation fight. But, question is, will Babin be able to clear off Betsky? Meanwhile, Firmino is somehow top 5. Yeah, I don't know how Santos have pulled that one out of the arse.
Yeah, this
pit stop magic, I guess.
Might be one of Firmino's best results this season.
Probably is his best. He's been terrible all year. Even when Santos were quick, he was terrible. There's Dion in 8th. There's Moonat in 9th. He's not a million miles on the back of Dion.
Moonat will save some points.
So fast. What's his pace like? Yeah, I mean, look at the drivers around him. You can see. Singh is within a second, but it won't be enough. Mendes has got it down to under 3 seconds. But it won't be enough. No chance.
Oh, she on Torres.
Oh, and Torres is gone. He's down to 18th. No points this way.
Now gap is around 1 second. So I think Upside Down would gain 2 points on Tibor again, as we are in the last lap and the gap is now under 1 second.
6/10 of a second. And it's coming up to the most dramatic part of the track. Actually, see, where are they? Yeah, they're heading into the final couple of corners now. I think Bami's got this. Unless Nomura absolutely sends one from half the track back.
Oh, Bami had a little slip, but it will be enough for Paraguay to win their first ever race. Number is second, important points for the championship.
Demian Dye is a long way down the road in third.
Yeah, 22 seconds. 23 seconds even. This double podium for Paraguay.
Yeah, big result for them. Looks like he's going to cross the line P4 in a good result for him. With Pudo Firmino in 5th position. Liquidova is going to cross the line P6. Balajin in 7th. Dion is going to cross the line P8 with Munat P9. Boucher is going to come through the finish 10th with in 11th place Danko Krau, who was at, well, she'll be very unlucky with that result. Egro Connor, it's only 2 points closer because Singh is 13, but that is 2 points closer that Upside Down will take with him in 12th and Singh 13th, Mendes to round out the points. What that means is now the gap has gone from 6 points to 4. None of them will be scoring tomorrow in the sprint, but we've got 3 more rounds after that. As we'll match up for the rest of the moment. Ezio, Nicolai, View, Torres, Atkinson, Bodal. Lim is going to cross line 21st. Goldschmidt is going to cross line 22nd. Leicester will be 23rd, just ahead of Betsky, who's actually coming back into the pits.
And Ryan stuck in second.
Ryan is stuck in second. Or is he just not upshifting? No, he is actually just stuck in second.
No, it's gone.
And yeah, he'll still cross the line and finish as they've all run out of fuel on the in lap. But that's not an issue. And that's the end of that.
Oh, O'Connor.
Yeah, they're just having some fun on the end lap.
Yeah, so it's an absolutely incredible weekend so far for Esther. And Paraguay. And Upside Down.
4 points. Of course, we've got a track that's very close to where you live. Most, I think it's pronounced. Most. I think it's one of those two. But I now have a weird pronunciation.
Yeah. Well, Santos scored points again.
It's not going to save their season, but it's points.
Yeah, but Paraguay, I think it's battle for 6th is Nürburgring, Paraguay, and
Paraguay's
Santos.
going to put away. Yeah, Paraguay's going to put away.
Yeah, and then there is yeah, I want to talk about Ezio. Just absolutely unlucky. Never finds a way to score points. Score big points.
Well, this time it was his own fault.
Yeah, but it's been with him since he left Dufar. Just not being able to put a good 2 races together.
Perhaps Ezio is just WTCL's answer to Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, well, it might be. He was third. He was gaining a bit on the Nomura and W.
I mean, all he had to do is just not fucking hit Crown. And what did he do?
Yeah, he just went straight into her.
Another thing Stock will have to consider is it's not like this man is cheap. They're paying this man 250 grand a race.
Yeah, well, we saved some points. Yeah, Mendes scored points even with the 2 stops and the damage. So that just shows how much the top drivers can do on race pace compared to a Shogun Yokai or a Conor Ryan, or who is down there, Kenneth Lim or Sebastian Goldschmidt. So even with an extra 40 second stop.
Well, another thing So then now this does put Drake back into the relegation fight. They're only 7 ahead of and everything. So Spurgeon got 2. I mean, they're only 9 points ahead of Spurgeon. And then upside down the relegation zone. I mean, they're only 13 ahead of that. So, but again, thinking Torres will probably pull a good result towards the end of the season just to really secure Drake's survival. But if Drake do, by some divine miracle, get relegated, I mean, that would send shockwaves through the entire WTCL. Because what that means is the team went from champions to relegated in 3 years. And that would really show that it can just happen to anyone. Because the decline of Drake is interesting because it's a history of bad decisions. Setting off Cordova and Babbage, putting faith in Goldschmidt, who didn't do anything. Hoping and praying that Corleo would come back to season 2 for, which he didn't. Setting off, letting in the road will lead to a fellow midfield rival after she just had her best season. And then replacing her with a driver who's been washed up since getting injured in season 2. The money to Cordova not being spent on drivers and just apparently just disappearing. Having Liam Henry anywhere near the fucking team. It's just a history of bad decisions with the drivers, and they've gone from a steady lineup of Cordova and Babineau, and then they had a bad season 3 due to the BMW getting nerfed into the ground and pressed the panic button, and now they've got a Goldschmidt who needs to go back to ITCL with Varicas, and Torres, who's, I mean, as we've seen today, he's not going to show up every single weekend. And when he fails, I mean, there's no chance Goldschmidt's doing anything. He's the only driver actively still racing on the grid who hasn't got a point. Yeah, it's bad when your quote unquote prodigy has less points than both of us. In fact, other than that, surprisingly, the lowest is Kevin Lip. So there is also that to factor in, perhaps you needing more time than people were expecting.
Yeah, these are interesting questions and topics. Well, they still got 5 races. Yeah, 5. Yeah, because Bahrain, San Francisco, no, 7 races. Bahrain, San Francisco, Most, and the reverse grid. We'll see what they can do. And tomorrow we have all 3 series racing. Yeah, so that should be also interesting. So make sure to tune in tomorrow because we have racing the whole afternoon. So goodbye until then.